Good morning and welcome to day 26 of the third annual WSOP Daily Spaces coverage. I'm Sherry Pluskota, your host, and joining me as co-host thus far this morning is ASG. It shows that he's still a listener, so he may be busy this morning, but I'm sure he'll become a speaker here before too long. Until then, I'm just going to carry on. Many thanks to my sponsor, Elevator Results. If you need a tailor made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter or check out their site at elevatorresultspt.com. Please be reminded you can find the recordings of my past spaces on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. Please remember to subscribe, it's free of charge. Also, be reminded that we always try to give the most accurate and updated information possible, but we do make mistakes and the information is forever changing. So please double check everything we provide as far as information to ensure yourself the best experience possible. Also, if you catch any errors we make, let us know so that we can correct them for everybody that's listening. Little shout out to the Poker Org Legends Lounge. It's going to open on June 24th through July 10th, and their hours of operation are going to be, as they said on their site, opening at 10 a.m. till very late. So that begins on June 24th, and they came out with a list of things that they're going to be offering in the lounge besides free snacks and drinks, and they give away swag. Um, they are also going to have Craig Tapscott is going to demonstrate like some yoga moves and some. I don't remember the um, oh, what's it called? Like it's a certain type of yoga moves and breathing techniques. And then they're going to have like book signings, like Alex Fitzgerald and Jonathan Little are going to be there for book signings. And they're going to do some comedy, have some folks there do some comedy shows, or maybe there's just one of those. But Jennifer Sade is going to be there. I think I said her name correctly. Um, I feel like I haven't though. She's going to do a chess, what would you say, demonstration. She's actually going to play six opponents at the same time. Of course, she's a grandmaster. And I wondered if Karen heard about that. So maybe we'll hear from Karen this morning. Right now, I know she's out at breakfast. Her husband posted a beautiful picture of her at breakfast this morning. But I wonder if she and her husband know that Jen's doing that in that lounge. Hopefully, they'll both still be in town when that takes place. But anyway, so that's what's going on over the Poker Legends Lounge. It should be pretty amazing. ASG, did you have some comments on that?
Uh, yeah, just before I forget, speaking of Jonathan Little, congratulations to him. He won a 1K online bracelet, and since it was online, I'm not sure if we had covered it.
We had not, and congratulations to him. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. He's a great teacher of the game of poker, and I think that probably, I don't think there's any poker player out there that has not watched some of his content and learned something from him. His content is built very easily, it's very easy to follow. So for the beginner poker player, intermediate, and even advanced, he, kind of caters to everybody. He really has found a niche and he's good at it. So thank you for letting us know that. Also, the WPT Gold Rush Lounge is located in Old Red on the third floor, and it is open today and tomorrow because they're open Thursday through Sunday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So that is the WPT Gold Rush Lounge. Excuse me. This dry desert has my throat in an uproar this morning, so forgive me, people. Of course, today is the big day. We have the meetup game today at 1 o'clock at the Bellagio Poker Room. Come one, come all. I'm excited. I still have been getting RSVPs as late as this morning, which is fun. And looking forward to some free pizza on the house, thanks to Sean McCormick and the folks over at the Bellagio. Of course, we'll be giving that Malta poker package away, some Green Visor gang um, phase four passes. We have some swag like hats from Jeff and some t-shirts from True Grit to give away, and some. I mean, we just have an array of stuff. Some books to give away. Of course, the Wolfie bobblehead trophy is up for grabs. So exciting day for sure. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. And I'm thinking that Isaac may be on the road driving here right now. I can't remember how long he said it takes to drive here, but I think they're probably in the midst of driving here right now for anybody that may be wondering. I'm going to just go ahead and move along with the WSOP schedule for today. Today is Saturday, June 21st, and at 10 o'clock is Flight 1D, event number 53 of the Millionaire Maker, and it is a $1,500 buy in. At 2 p.m. today is day two of event 57, 50K High Roller Pot Limit Omaha Tournament. And also at 2 p.m. is day one of event 58, the 3K 9 game mixed. Now, I will say that the event number 55, the 10K horse event, yesterday was supposed to be the last day, but they did not complete it. So today at 1 o'clock, 4 entries will complete that tournament. That's all that's left are 4. That's Christopher Tony has 7.1 million, Maximilian has 2.6 million, Brad Rubin has 1.3 million, and Jason Mercier has 1.2 million. And a little shout out to Alex Livingston. He took 6th place for 76,000. So that event is going to start at 1 o'clock today, and they're going to finish up. So kudos to all those folks that got it.
That explains. I saw some video clip where the final table bubble was taking so long that once people folded, they were going to. They were watching the other feature table of the final table that was happening.
That's terrible. I wonder what they're going to do about that. There's a lot of things we're seeing this year that I keep thinking, like the whole Cabral thing. Like, what are they going to change next year for some of this to be alleviated? It'll be interesting to see. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Isaac. Welcome.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Are you on the road, Isaac?
I just crossed state line,
Yeehaw! Let's go.
so we're about a half hour out, and yeah, hell yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Very
How'd you do
cool.
yesterday, Karen?
I busted. I did okay. I don't think I made any egregious plays, but I just fired one bullet and I decided not to fire a second. Mainly, I was just really tired, and I went to bed really early and slept a long time, so I feel so much better now. So I don't think I'm gonna do any more tournaments until Monday because today, of course, I've got the meetup game. Then tomorrow. I've got an ACR meetup. So Monday, I'm going to hit it again.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I
Nah, I
love
feel
that
that.
picture of you at breakfast.
Oh, thank you. And I wasn't looking my best, but waking up.
I'm going to tell you something. You really should consider going with short hair. Your hair up in a bun it's beautiful.
Well, thank you. I like it down because I'm trying to hide my face.
Get out of
I'm
here with that
serious.
bullshit. God,
Thank you,
get the fuck
Sherry.
out of here.
But you can hide, things with the hair down.
Whatever. Look, you're way too old to worry about bullshit like that, girlfriend.
I know, but I still do. And then it's
Yeah.
funny. because a mutual friend of ours who shall remain nameless,
Uh-oh.
and but if, this other girlfriend of mine I was talking to yesterday, she's talking about how this friend of ours, mid 40s, looks fine, looks good for her age, but none of us are models. She gets in a bikini, man. She's like, fuck it. Nobody's gonna tell me what I'm gonna wear.
Hey, exactly right. There comes a point in life, and I think that it's a different age for everybody. But, there does come a point in life that you're like, you probably don't give a shit anyway, but there comes a point in life that you really don't give a shit. Like, and it's very freeing, and it's amazing how relaxed you are, because you're like, why did I even think that was important? And now you just realize it isn't. It just isn't. um but I get it. I get it for sure. All right, you guys, we are not going through all the schedules today. We are going to go short. I'm going to give up all the updates from the WSOP yesterday, and I have a couple of things we're going to revisit. And I think we're going to hold off on revisiting the whole guy playing the online Sadie and winning it until tomorrow, because I think that's just a conversation worth not rushing. Um, so we're going to just table that one until tomorrow. I do want to make the announcement that Kevin Mathers posted on a tweet yesterday. Speaking of him, I ran into him and Jesse yesterday. We had the best conversations. It was awesome. The tag team event. You cannot register for the tag team event on the app. Let me say that again. You cannot register for the tag team event on the app. You actually have to go to the cage with your partner to register for the tag team event. And I think that's going to end up confusing a lot of people. So I hope I just continue to remember to put that information out there. You have to go to the cage to register for the tag team event. Wanted to, oh, hey, Maureen. Glad you could join us. And D Man and 79 Z Pack or Zap. Is it Zapac?
I think you got it right.
Okay. Glad you guys can all join us this morning. Again, if you want to play the tag team, you have to register at the cage with your partner. I mentioned the other morning when I was on my way to the airport that we were going to do what we call a drive-by to the casino, because it's right. The casino and the airport are like within 2 minutes of each other. So they have $5 craps. And, all of us that play craps know it's hard to find $5 craps these days. So we went over and played some craps and did not do well. So my son went over to blackjack and I went over to Buffalo machine and cashed out $1,000 about 10 minutes later. So started my day off winning, flew to Vegas, and I always play a machine when I arrive in Vegas at the airport. It kind of sets the tone for me. And I cashed out a couple of $100 ahead there. And then I was like, when I got to the horse show, I was like, you know what? Let's see if the streak is going. So I got on one of my favorite machines at the horseshoe and cashed out a couple of hundred there. So hashtag winning yesterday. The drive-by definitely started it. So just wanted to update you guys on that. Team Spacers. We have 738 points. We are 105 out of 873. And I'm going to go over our list of team members who we have, because now all of them have points. Andrew Moreno got 1 point yesterday. So whoop, he's on the board. He just broke the seal. Robert Mizraki has 5. Big Hooney, 32. John Racier, 99. Mormon, 114. Ben Lamb, 138. Chewy, 146. Stephen Song, 46. And Brian Rast, 157. So that's how our team's looking at this point. Hopefully, Andrew is going to be playing his little heart out. We need some points, Andrew. Love you.
Go us.
Go us. Still in it to win it. Come on.
Actually doing pretty damn well.
I'm not mad. I'm
I'm
not
not
mad.
mad either. I'm not
No,
mad either.
I'm not mad. We need to get back on that bus of having two or three in, on the verge or in the points every day. I
Yeah.
like that.
I really wish we would have picked up Kuhn, but it's okay. It's okay.
I hear you. It actually was between him and wasn't it Lamb? I'd have to go back and look at those six lists I
Lamb's
made.
been solid. If it was between them, I think Lamb's still a great pickup.
Yeah,
I
and
don't think he's done. I don't think he's done.
I don't either. I don't think, and you just never know. I mean, honestly,
I think Lamb was 15 and Kuhn I think was like 40 something.
yeah, and I think that was a major factor.
Hell yeah.
Budget,
Hell
budget.
yeah.
So anyway, I think we're doing pretty damn good considering.
It
Well,
might have been between Kuhn and Mizrahi.
oh, maybe it was between the two of them. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the lists, honestly.
Nah,
Um,
we're doing great. Who was our cheapest pickup?
we had two $1, didn't we? ASG.
We had Lucky Chewy
Stop
and
Mormon. Oh, Marina.
Yeah, Moreno.
That's
Yeah.
solid. Chewy's been doing great.
Yeah,
And
he's got
Moreno's not done either.
146 points he got for us so far. Knock on wood. So
Yes, yes.
hopefully they'll continue. And if Mizuraki and Marino just start doing their thing, and even Big Hooney, he's only gotten us 32 points, and last year he was crushing it. So, um, maybe now that he's canceled his Fourth of July party, he'll focus on his poker. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Hey, that's actually some pretty good thinking, though. I'm going to hope for that.
All right. Me too. A shout out to former spacer Jeff Stillwagon. Um, he played online event number 20 and took it down and got his fifth ring and took and his stuff in his pockets with 40K. So good job, Jeff. Congrats, buddy. South Point Ladies events today at 10 a.m. a $240 Omaha 8 tournament, and at 6 p.m. is a $180 Kings and Queens tournament. So men are invited because we need kings there. So it could be a Kings and Queens tournament. That's over at South Point today. Oh, I gotta ask you guys something. Karen, are you there?
Yes.
All right, listen up, people. What did one saggy boob say to the other? We better perk up or people are going to think we're just nuts. Oh, I'm going to tell you guys something.
I liked it.
I laughed so hard at that joke yesterday. I was DMing it to everybody. It was so, I don't know why that joke was tickling my funny bone yesterday, but it was. And my son is over here sleeping, but somehow he heard that joke and just laughed out of a sound sleep. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm stopping now. Some winners around town. Jonathan Dimmick took down event number 53 at the Venetian, $1,100 Big O bounty. He took home $40,000. Craig Carrillo took second place in that event and took home 28,000 plus bounties over at the Venetian. So congrats to them. Over at the Win, Josh McCauley took down the $3,000 PKO tournament for 99,000 plus 83,000 in bounties. Nikolai Mamut took down the $1,100 no limit tournament yesterday for $93,000. And the fun note about that is that was his first live tournament. I think he's probably created a monster now, right? How about that? Winning 93,000 in your first live tournament. That's what dreams are made of. All right, I'm going to go down what's happened at the WSOP yesterday. Event number 51, the 25K high roller pot limit tournament, 11.7 million in the prize pool. Winner is Dennis Weiss. He takes home 2.2 million and he is from Germany. Michael Deck took home 1.5 million for coming in second. Not a bad day's work or couple days work. Event number 52 was the $1,500 no limit freeze out, 3.1 million in prize pool money. And going into yesterday, there were three left, and Samuel Roshborough took home first place and 410,000. Asher Conniff took home 273,000 for a second place finish. So congrats to those folks. The Millionaire Maker had 3,517 entries yesterday. 1,025 move on to day two. Event number 54 is the $1,500 pot limit Omaha eight-handed, and the winner of that tournament is Matthew Vengren, who took home $306,000, and Bryce Yockey took home second and $204,000. I already went over that horse tournament that is continuing on today. And event number 56, which was the $2,500 mixed triple draw low ball tournament, going into today. Going into today. Oh, God. Please tell me you guys heard my son fart. Going into today was Michael Ballin, who has 2 million in chips, and Johannes Becker has 2 million in chips and is in second place as far as chip stacks are concerned. I love it so much. Some notables still in it to win it are Benny Glazer, James Wood, and Chino Reams. So that is event number 56. So that's what took place around the WSOP yesterday. And honestly, we're just not going to go over anything else today because we're going to end this space so that we can get ready for this afternoon. But we'll go around the horn and bring up anything we want, at this point. Go ahead, Isaac.
I got something WSOP and something non-WSOP. So
Oh, yeah,
WSOP,
whatever. Whatever, honey.
WSOP wise, I really want to send some good luck to James Woods because I know that he was a student of Miami John, so it would be really dope for him to take something down. And I just dig the guy all around. So good luck to him. And
Amen.
the other thing that I wanted to bring up, something a little bit on a sadder note, is that unfortunately, Kellogg, her father passed away.
Oh,
We just received news about this earlier today.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know we are too, yo. So we want to send a bunch of love to Kellogg. Um, and I'm gonna put a post up from the Green Visor account in a little bit, so that everybody can try to send her some love. But yeah, I just wanted to send her some love from us because she's a great person, great member of the gang, and yeah, just super unfortunate to hear that.
I am sorry to hear that. So, sending some prayers out to Kelov and her family that they find peace during this really difficult time. Not only had her dad been sick, but her son was sick also. So, she's been trying to take care of the whole family. So, sending prayers out to them for sure. ASG, is there anything you'd like to bring up?
No, don't think so. Yeah, no.
I love it. Don't forget, we're going to do a meetup space. It'll start around 1 o'clock, right before 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern time. Daisy and Dana will be at the controls. Barry's promised to come in and keep things moving, of course, with his lovely sense of humor we just can't live without. And I'm sure others are going to be dropping in there as well. Should be a fun space. We're going to hopefully many of us that'll be at the meetup game will be in there updating everyone on what's going on at the meetup game. So should be fun. Let's welcome Fats to the panel. Go ahead.
Hey, first of all, I want to say glad to see that Karen and you both made it safely out to Vegas.
Thank you.
Thanks,
And
Pat.
you're welcome, Karen. And had I had the mic earlier when you had that funny noise come out of your thing, I would have said gesundheit. And I'll try to hang in with the meetup game. Have you gotten an estimate yet on how much your off the books cut on the side swag is going to be this year?
Yeah, I wish. I wish there was a cut because I lose money every time I host one of these things. But wishful thinking that there was a cut.
Hey,
Pat's
something
trying to
else though with
hang on.
regard to that space.
Oh.
Last year, if I recall, every time you came in, you're not going to be hosting the space, right?
No, I am hosting the space.
Oh, you are going to host it because
Yep.
every time you were coming in and out for reports, it was really hard to like follow you or hear you or communicate with you on the
Right,
space last year.
and that's not going to change. That's just kind of the nature of the beast because the room we're in is so loud, and that's why I can't even hear what you guys are saying. And of course, I've not been listening, so I don't know what the topics of conversations have been. And that's how it's going to be for everybody that's at the meetup game when they come into the space. They're going to be clueless to what's gone on in the space. They're just coming in to report what's going on at the meetup game, which is the reason we're having the space. And so and for the hosts, they're just going to have to say, keep reminding people, hey, when they come in, it's going to be disruptive. It's going to be loud. And, it's just the nature of the beast.
Okay, I just was pointing that out just so
Yeah.
you're
And I
aware.
appreciate that. But there's just no other way to do it, quite honestly, unless I set up a studio at the casino, and I don't see that happening.
You
And
can't afford that with all the side cash you
yeah,
make out of running this thing.
right. Maybe I should just ask Sean for Poker Go to do our meetup game in.
There you go.
Oh, that would be fun. But yeah,
We're getting there. We're getting there.
yeah, right. And those that are wondering about numbers, um, as I've said a million times, the numbers change every day. I have 27 yeses, and I have actually had to take Brian off because he's not coming now. And 22 maybes, so a total of 49 on the list. So there you go. There you go. Anybody got any more questions or anything they'd like to bring up? Kieran, you got anything you want to talk about?
No, I'm good. I'm excited to come today. I was going to just comment on Fat's Fat's comment about the merch. I think he's working for the Omar show, trying to drum up some content. That's all I got.
Yeah, Fats is
Wow,
definitely
Karen, that hurt.
Fats is Fats is definitely on the content train. He is definitely drumming for clicks, no doubt about it. Just go
Hey,
look at
I
his Twitter feed.
did you see today's edition?
Fats, I'm going to tell you something. I saw a meme last week, and I wish I would have taken a screenshot if it was something like too long to read or something. There's some kind of I can't remember what the hell it was, but that's what I put your tweets at. Too long to read. I don't have time, bud.
You should just read the beginning and then see the video
Okay.
attached.
All right. I can't promise you because I have a little bit of a busy day today. Just a wee bit busy day today.
Well,
Okay.
the spoiler alert is that Donald Trump has weighed in on the McDonald's thing, and we have a video of his
Oh, that's
response.
hilarious. And I'm just going to tell you something, Fats. I learned long ago. When I'm in the McDonald's line and they ask me to pull up, I say, no, I will wait here. And that's for two reasons. One, I had pulled up several times in the past and they forget about you and you end up having to walk in to go get your food because they're too worried about the timer on the window. And two, if you sit at the window and refuse to move up, then they're going to hurry and get your stuff because the timer is still going.
But you
So,
do get the extra condiment of spit in your sandwich.
nah, nah.
But I always say that can only improve the food. So
Well, I don't think about those kinds of things. And, you
that's why
know,
my wife will pull forward. She won't. She's scared to death of that. So
yeah. No, I learned long ago after I had to walk in several times because they never came back to me. I was like, okay, forget this. I am just going
you
to
know
sit
what
at the
another
window
option
until they
is?
bring me my food.
Another option is when they say that, say, okay, give me my money back and I'll hold it and then I'll give it back to you when you come out.
Right. Yeah, I don't go to McDonald's very often. Years in between of trips to McDonald's. But back in the day when I had kids and we, were on the run to soccer and tennis and basketball and baseball and, that whole mother routine of three kids. Yeah, I would just say, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to wait here for my food. And of course, they weren't happy, but guess what? They knew why. Plain and simple customer service.
I don't know. I've been to some McDonald's where they're like almost in and out level nice to you. It just depends on where you at.
100%. This is not all McDonald's. Believe me.
Oh
We
no,
had
this whole timer thing is universal through all
true,
the fast foods.
true.
It's just that McDonald's happen to be they're going to be the test case for me.
Unfortunately, we live by one of the worst McDonald's in the nation. Their orange juice machine was always horrible tasting orange juice. Their McFlurry machine never was working. The people's attitudes were horrible. We just happened to have the wrong one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a whole nother scam that's come up in this thing. Is about their ice cream McFlurry machines.
Don't you know
Is
that
that
there's an app that you can check to see if your McDonald's McFlurry machine is operational today? There's actually an app.
well what they do, what McCorporate apparently does is part of the franchise contract is you can only get those machines serviced through the official McDonald's um, contractor. You can't just hire your own person to come out and fix them.
Right,
So
right,
so they basically hold them hostage, and that's why so many places don't have them working.
right. Absolutely. But there's actually an app. Like, oh, I have a taste for McFlurry today. Oh, let me check the app to see if the machine's actually working. So I don't waste my time driving over there. There's actually an app. Like McDonald's, get a clue. There's an app
There's,
because your
there's an
fucking thing
app
is so
for
bad.
everything.
I mean, Karen,
I'm surprised we don't have an app for the meetup game.
oh, I'll work on that for next year. Karen, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Um, there are some things that I may like that I have only one or two of. So I think of creative ways to give them away at the meetup game. So I'm thinking about your starter subscription for the GTO Wizard. Would you like me to do it out of a drawing or do something for women only?
I think a drawing's
Okay,
fun.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. No problem. Um, like I have like these two books I may do a drawing. I don't know. Anyway, there have been times I've tried to do something just for the women. So and I have I think a book in mind that I'm going to do that for today and I thought I would ask you about that for that GTO Wizard. Perfect. Ooh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, whatever you think.
Yeah, no worries. I think what I'm going to do is when I do the drawing for the Malta package. We'll make sure to do the drawing for that, and then after that we'll draw from those names, plus we'll add the names of those that didn't get in the Malta drawing. We'll add those names and then just pull from there.
Hey, Sherry, what the malted drawing? What flavor of malted is that going to be?
Bump. Oh, Fats, you weren't here for my joke this morning. You'll have to go back and listen to the recording.
What?
Or just say it
Sherry had a
again.
sense of.
Say it again.
Sherry started the day with a sense of humor.
You just don't get all my jokes. It's so sad that you don't.
But I appreciate what it is to have your humor misunderstood.
Yes. And it's so funny because sometimes I'll shut my mic off and I'll laugh because I'm like, oh my God, they think I'm serious. Oh God, I love it. I'll tell you who always gets me is Avi. He always gets my jokes, and it's hilarious. Who was going to say something? Somebody said my name.
I think I said say the joke again, because why not?
Oh, well, I don't know. Should we make him go listen to the recording or? All right, I'll say it again. I don't know if I can deliver it the same, but okay, let me think of what it was. First of all, what did one saggy boob say to the other? We better perk up or people are just gonna think we are nuts. Bump. There you go. There you go.
I liked it.
I did too. I promise you, I laughed about that joke every time I thought of it yesterday. I'm like, really, this is what my world has come to, the boob jokes, but it is funny.
I was still trying to get past the opening part of the joke where the topic was you talking about boobs. You totally caught me off guard there. I was like, "What? Did she just say sagging boobs?"
Oh, it's so funny. The preconceived notions is so funny. All right, I'm cutting. You hear me cutting drawing tickets as we speak?
Hey, Karen, on this trip out to Vegas, did you have any plans on kidnapping anybody from the community and locking them in your basement with PPE?
Oh, that would be so kind of her. He might be ready for a friend.
Well, I haven't thought about it.
Let's see who eats all the pizza today, Karen. Maybe that's the way you pick somebody.
I'm going Wolfazor if he shows up.
He's going to be there.
He'll eat all the pizza. I'll bet you he eats more slices of pizza than Hansy plays.
Wolfie is a pretty splashy player. Wolfie does not sit on a stack until it gets big. Then, like most of us, he sits on it a little bit. But he's a splashy player. Wolfie's a player. He's not afraid to mix it up. For sure. All right. Karen, anything? Otherwise, we're going to shut this down, you guys, because I definitely have stuff to do. I see Maureen put a comment. Have a great time at the meetup game today. Thank you, Maureen.
Sherry, what time did you get in yesterday?
From my airplane, let's see, it was like, I think we landed like at 6 or right before 6.
And have you been to sleep yet?
Oh, yeah. No, I went to bed early because today's just going to be too long of a day. I went to bed early. I was in bed by probably 10 o'clock, and then I had to wake up to let my son in because his plane got delayed. But yeah, I was asleep by 10. So
Hey,
good night's
I'll
rest.
tell you a quick funny story. The last night, I've been bugging my wife for like a couple days now to book our plane tickets for Bet Bash.
Right.
And So she keeps looking them up, but she's never like come back in and said, "Okay, these are our options, and this is what we could do." So finally, I said last night before we went to bed, I said, "All right, tell me what we got. Let's just pick an order." So she says, "We've got really good times on this one, but we fly. The only drawback is we fly from Grand Rapids to Detroit, and then Detroit to Vegas. So we kind of got to go backwards a little bit before we go forward. But the layover times are good. So I'm looking at the layover times, and on the way back, it has us landing in Detroit, and then like we have like it takes from like 7 o'clock at night to like almost midnight to go back to Grand Rapids. And I like that's way too long. That doesn't make any sense.
All right.
And I said, that can't possibly be that long of a lay. It doesn't take that long. She says, no, it says right here, Detroit, DFW. I said, DFW, that's Dallas, Fort Worth.
Dallas.
So
Bless her
anyway.
heart. Bless her heart, as we say in the South.
I'll tell you one thing, though. What a scam they run. They have I flew first class, and she just flies. She could if she wanted to, but she can't. Well, doesn't want to spend the money.
Right.
But she said she wanted to. There's a section where you could get like special order, pick your seats and get extra leg room in the extra leg room section. So her ticket was like $370 something, and it says you can pick your leg room and all that. So we got on the phone, we ordered the tickets, and she says she wants the leg room, and the lady goes through and calls on each leg of the flight the seats, and then she says, all right, and that's going to be, and she raised the price like $250.
Oh, wow.
They charge you. You get to pick where you want to sit with more legroom, but they charge you for each thing. So she just said, "Nah, just put me back on the regular."
Is that Spirit Airline? What airline are we talking about?
Now, that was American Airlines.
Oh, Jesus!
And for mine, they have we almost got duped trying to book it online. That's why I called, because it said main/first, which implied first class, but that's not first class, because then there was a note about upgrading to first class.
Yeah.
And we're like, but I thought this is first class. So that's when I just got them on the phone, and then we found out, that's why that was so much cheaper, because it wasn't really first class.
You don't get good Southwest tickets out of Detroit?
Well, we're in Grand Rapids, so we wouldn't go through Detroit anyway.
Oh, you don't, and they don't really do Southwest in Grand Rapids, or what?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but the problem with Southwest is they don't have first class. And last year we tried to cut corners and go with Allegiant, but purchase 2 seats for me,
right?
Which I was okay with. But the problem was, we got on the plane, and I get to my row where there's 2 seats, and when you lift the arm up,
right,
so that you can sit across the seats, it doesn't go flush against the back of the seat. So I still couldn't sit across the 2 seats and had the metal of the arm in my back. And on the way back, they had me in the front row. And on the front row, the arms don't go up at all. It's just like you're boxed in.
Okay.
So there was no way I could even sit across 2 seats.
Let me give you a little hint about Southwest. For no additional charge, you can ask for, and I want to say it's called a customer. How does it say? Oh, what the fuck's it called? A comfort. It's either called a customer comfort seat or a comfort seat for the customer. I can't think of what it's called, but I could find out. And that gives you a second seat for free.
Yeah, I've seen that, but the question is, if the seat arm doesn't go up flush.
It does.
No, that would be a possible option, but
it does.
At this point, I was able to book and get in the front row of first class, so I have a little extra leg room, and it's easy to get in and out of the seats. I don't have to climb over an arm or anything. So.
Right. Yeah. I can't think of exactly the verbiage you use, but when you call for the reservation, if you say that, then when you go to the desk, they will give you a piece of paper that you place on the seat next to you.
Oh, that's. I think I've heard that on Southwest.
Yeah.
But last year, when I got off that after that horrible flight out, I took a picture of the seat and took a picture of the first class, the front row,
Right.
and then got their customer service on the phone and said, "This is unacceptable. Why would they even book me in the front row when they knew we were trying to get 2 seats and you can't?" The whole bit. So they gave me my money back for the return flight, and then I booked a separate flight back first class on, I think it was United. And my wife stayed on the plane, and the timing was perfect where I was going to leave. Like, she was going to get in like a half an hour before me, and we were leaving like a half an hour apart. Except my flight missed the connection in Denver. And then I had to fly into Chicago, have somebody drive to Chicago to pick me up, and then drive 3 hours in the pouring rain to get back. It was the most hellish trip ever.
That's just annoying. That's just annoying. We've had some travel woes like that before, that we've had to fly into a different city and then rent a car and drive on. And that's just a annoying travel day for sure.
Wait, and then when I got into Chicago, they tried to tell me that my luggage is still going to go through to Grand Rapids,
Yeah.
and I can go to the airport and pick it up.
Yeah.
And I said, no, somebody in this airport's going to find that luggage right now and bring it out, which it took me about an hour, but I got them to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. It gets tricky. It gets tricky for sure. And, when travel days go bad, they really go bad. And when they are smooth, like mine was yesterday, with the except, for a little bit of turbulence, it was smooth yesterday. Um, on time, arrival a little early. Only thing we had was some pretty wicked turbulence, but we survived. We
I
survived.
cried.
What'd you
I,
say, Karen?
I cried. I had a little bit of a panic attack when we landed.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Sorry.
Standard.
Well, you made it safe. That's important.
Yeah, the flight was fine. I mean, there really wasn't a lot to it. It's just when there's a little bit of turbulence. It's windy when you land in Vegas, and I know logically it wasn't a problem, but once my mind goes there, I have a hard time getting out of the panic.
Yeah. Well, you made it safe and sound, and now you're focusing on poker. So there we go.
You got about 3 hours till the meetup game.
All right. So I got to get off of here because I got stuff to do. Don't forget, people, we're at the Bellagio today for the meetup game at 1 o'clock. Free pizza on Sean McCormick down there in the goo. Appreciate you, Sean. We have all kind of fun stuff to give away, and some amazing people are showing up today. It's going to be a fun day. And some of you will meet some folks for the first time, and it's going to be amazing because they're awesome. And yeah, appreciate all of you. Have a great day, everybody.
I assume, is bathwater coming?
Bathwater's not coming. Darn it. Darn it. Darn it. All right. Bye, y'all.